Hi everybody, here's Christian from Teamwork Cast. Meow.
It is Shepard from Teamwork Cast. Wolf?
Wolf.
What does the fox say?
Oh, Nimitz. Nimitz says hi.
Oh, Nimitz just joined the stream.
Yeah.
Which our people on the YouTube won't see, but they will see this Let's Play of Monster Hunter Generations. And we're gonna do our duty of, because there's some new things that just were unlocked, new locations that were just unlocked. So we're gonna run real quick through those locations to give you like a short tour of the kind of stuff that you can visit in those locations. So the first one is Frozen Seaway.
Yep. I won't read any quest things because it's
always the same.
Seaway. It's really boring.
Are you interested in gathering from the Frozen Seaway?
There's a monster.
Let's make a short round here. So this is from which? This is from 4U again, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Or 4, I guess.
It was an original 4 release, yeah.
It's kind of. I find it kind of interesting that the Monster Hunter 4 levels are the ones that are unlocked.
Yeah, it's like they save most of the 4 Monster Hunter 4 maps till high rank, even though like most of the verticality mechanics rely on them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's a Tetsucabra.
And also, it seems like, I don't know, I would think that maybe it would have been a good idea to put the old content as something that you unlock as a kind of goodie for the fans.
Yeah.
And
That's how it was in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, is kind of like the Monster Hunter Freedom maps were the things that you unlocked. And if you never played them before, they were super weird.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's where they're supposed to be.
So, are we going to fight him?
I mean, I'm
just
shooting him in the face.
Is there anything important on this map that we have to point out? Like, is there any kind of shortcuts or anything?
I don't think there's any. The only really big interesting thing is the ancient dragon nest.
Ooh, where is that? I never knew that there was one here.
It is... I don't have my map on me, so I can't remember what zone it is.
Was the Tetsucabra going to lead us there?
Aren't you a cat?
He just walked over and punched a creature.
The Tetsucabra.
The Tetsucabra did.
Cats get auto-tracking. They don't get map. Which is different.
Why do I have a map? Oh, I took a map with me. Okay, never mind. So we're committed to the Tetsucabra now, I guess.
I'm just shooting him.
Okay.
I figured, somebody's got to do something. Can't let him walk around thinking like he runs this place or something.
Yeah. So you guys have been playing Final Fantasy 15.
Boy bands.
Yep.
Boy band.
Lots of boy bands.
I saw it's about a group of friends hanging out together but never crossing the line. It's a thin line.
I mean, they work really hard to get you to think the characters are very interested in women.
Yes.
Multiple direct references to like, man, I really wish I could be dating that woman.
Okay.
And at the beginning it's like all about Cindy.
And you're like...
And you're just like, shut up.
You guys are, like, really focused on making us think that that's, like, what you're into.
It seems like maybe you're overcompensating here.
A little bit.
Is that what it's saying?
There's some endearing things about the game, though. Like, the characters, like, all have these, like, fun little nicknames for each other.
Yeah.
They really do seem like some buds. And they do a good job of showing rather than just telling. They actually, like, help each other out.
So from what I saw go ahead.
I was like, that feel like even the combat, like how they interact in combat, really makes it feel like these are guys who have been best friends forever, and
kind of like us,
always there for each other.
So it's kind of like Teamwork Cast.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me, because I have no idea how this game works, and obviously I played previous Final Fantasies, and from what I've seen from the game so far, it's just some dudes sitting in a black convertible, and also delicious toast.
The food is delicious looking. So if like you were a huge fan of, what's the game, Muramasa?
Yeah.
if you're a huge fan of those food or
Oh,
like
man.
the foods from Dragon's Crown and stuff like that, like you can't get enough of in-game
Yeah.
delicious-looking food. Like this game will
This
scratch
is
that
me.
itch.
Oh, especially like I got a PS4 Pro recently and
Yep.
a 4K TV with
Oh my
Ultra
gosh.
HD or HDR, and oh god, like
Yeah,
the
the
food,
HDR
it makes
does
me
some
hungry.
stuff, man. Yeah,
There should be a red shiny on the ground if you guys want it. It's a Tetsu part.
Red shiny?
sleeping.
Where is red shiny?
May as well.
Should be like up over here someplace.
Nope, don't see one. Oh, there's it.
So
So how do the guys get into the convertible? Where are they going with the convertible?
You start
Why
with
they're
the
eating so much
convertible.
toast?
It's the very first thing you're doing. So like
Yeah.
they need a car to get around because like they're on a pretty long trip, right? They can't walk that far.
Where
And
are
you
they
don't-
going?
You don't start with a chocobo. I mean the very first part of the game is just like you've been sent to this one area to like await further
You're-
instructions because you're going to
yeah.
get married.
Ah.
yeah, you're
So
going
then-
for you're basically going to your wedding. That's how the game starts.
And the princess
Like,
gets kidnapped, let me guess.
No.
We don't know. I don't think so. I mean, but
No.
but some political things happen that might make the wedding difficult. I know that
Yeah.
much.
Trump
But
gets elected, so...
what? One thing I decided early on is, and you might agree or disagree with this, is if you looked at the the opening story at least, it very much has like a modern FF6 feel to it.
Oh. That's a bold statement
And
right
that
there.
these guys are like marching through this one area.
As in, there's these two empires.
and there's an
things-
overlap of war. And there's like the
Yeah.
Imperials, and there's kind of like the rebels, sort of. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm following you so far.
Yeah,
I mean, they
and-
have
and-
legit
and-
Magitech armor in the game, I believe.
Right, yeah. I mean, the Magitech Empire is a very big part of why I, feel that way.
Yeah,
But,
and there's there is a
it's-
Final Fantasy. There's a number of Final Fantasy VI callbacks in the Kingsglaive movie.
Yeah.
So there's that going for it as well. I kind of like that. I never really thought that they would take it to that level. I am, by the way, shutting this quest down very soon.
Shut it down!
Yeah.
Shut it down!
But I think what really makes the characters seem like they're buddies and friends is that Promptgo character and his little digital camera.
Oh, yeah.
And that he's constantly taking pictures that kind of like flesh
Selfies.
out how the characters interact. Well, he does selfies, but he also takes pictures of just other people posing together or just doing other things.
yeah,
that's interesting.
Him taking selfies is actually a skill you unlock.
It's so stupid sounding. Selfie unlocked.
But it's one of the first things
is
I
very
went to
effective.
do. It was like, okay.
I gotta
But
upgrade
yeah,
my
he's-
selfie skills.
Yeah, like, I had one.
Selfie stick acquired. Is that
yeah.
a rare selfie stick?
It's a platinum selfie stick.
I need crafting
Like-
materials for my selfie stick.
Yeah. They're,
To get the
one of
longer one!
the,
I gotta get a longer one.
one of
Like
the
the
opening
ultimate,
side
like
quests.
the 999 point skill Cthulhu is a selfie drone.
Oh yeah, that's totally my next one. But yeah, it's one of the cool things I love with it is that every time you camp, you get those. And one of them I had it was from. You'll probably remember it, the giant bird monster, like right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
That flies over your head.
You didn't get like a selfie of that, did you?
I got the picture of that bird right as it's like fully erect and fully spread.
That sounds very
So I
dirty.
saved it. So I saved
family
it. It was-
friendly.
It was very cool.
Guys, family friendly.
Do we just want to go straight into the next gathering quest?
Yeah, let's go straight to the next gathering quest and see how
That
things
way,
are
we
shaping
don't
up
have to
there.
interrupt this conversation.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not, because
we're-
we are very much into Final Fantasy conversation right now.
Yep.
All right, so
And one thing I was very turned off about to begin with was the when you're watching it, it looks super actiony, but when you're actually playing it, ends up not being as.
I mean, the biggest trigger then in combat is, am I holding the circle button? Am I using a skill? Or am I anticipating that I'm going to have to block soon so I can do a parry?
Yeah,
That's basically it. I think
I think
we started
I
the
have to do it
wrong,
that
we
way.
joined the wrong one. Fine, Christian.
Yeah, Christian grabbed one after I grabbed it, so...
So, you
There
know,
we go.
I wouldn't say... The combat is definitely... It's the sort of thing where if you were new to the series and you put it on easy and presumably on wait mode, you're probably not going to have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
But if you're
Wait
in normal mode and you're in active time, like it requires some reflexes and some positioning and stuff like that.
I really liked adding the wait mode because then it
I
felt
haven't
like
used it yet.
Valkyria. Oh, because it feels like almost like Valkyria Chronicles when you do wait mode.
Okay.
And that
Are you
things
controlling
only
all
move.
the characters or only Noctis?
No, it's basically all that happens is if you're not moving, time stops. And then so that allows you to like.
But then you hold
lock
circle and you
target.
can still start attacking things?
Yeah, so like essentially when you move, everything else moves. So like what it allows you to do is like when you engage, time stopped, so you can like lock on and then manually target things. So you can take your time to target. Feel like okay, I want that spell to go right there, and then
So there's really no disadvantage.
right. No, there's not at all. It does slow things down a lot if you're used to if you want that faster pace. But for people who aren't big action fans, like you can use wait mode to get more of that like standard like turn-based feel.
And get like the blindside attacks and the link attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, it makes it
off.
a little bit easier to get a lot of that stuff. It makes it to where like
Cthulhu, I don't know where you are, man, but I'm getting eat. Thank you.
I don't care about drones.
Yeah, that drone ate him.
But it's
I
not,
need my rocks,
my
man.
boy Ignis would have gotten that guy off me immediately.
Whatever.
Ignis is the one with
Four-eyed
gloves.
freak.
He's the one with the glasses.
Oh no,
By
I'm getting
far
eaten
the most,
now.
The most beautiful of the boys. By far.
He is the Sailor Mercury of the team, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's the one who cooks. He's the brains.
He's also like the defensive one, so like he's got some really great defensive skills to help.
That
like,
fits his
protect people.
personality so well.
He's really. I mean,
He's
all
the
the boys
supporter.
are good, you know. But like for me, like I could not enjoy the Prompto character until I watched the anime ahead of time because it really gives his character quite a bit of depth.
So the Prompto is the blonde one, right?
He's the one that seems like super obnoxious. Like nobody's gonna like this dude. Like why is he even in this game?
The happy-go-lucky one.
Yeah, happy-go-lucky. Or like get out of my animes.
Okay, so I think this is the moment where we have to now lay down our cards and assign the different characters from Final Fantasy 15 to Teamwork cast.
Okay, all right.
Well, Shepard's Ignis.
You think
I
so?
do.
He's
I
the
am the
defensive
man.
one.
Well, I'm the man with the plan, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I would stop every now and be like, "Hey, don't do that. You're gonna die."
And I know that you can cook a mean penis pancake.
I have been known to do quite a bit of cooking in various shapes that are people's favorite food.
Yep.
So I know everyone's favorite food. I know it usually involves phallic-based flour concoctions.
Yep.
Is there penis-shaped pancakes in Final Fantasy 15? Tell me right now, because
I guarantee it.
No.
I guarantee it. Sleeping. Or dead.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Well,
I woken up. Sorry.
I was in the middle of a jump spin when he went to sleep.
Probably
So
could
He
not
fell
stop
asleep
myself.
much faster than I thought he would.
Okay, so Shepard is Ignis. Who is Cthulhu now? Also, if Shepard is Ignis, who is Nexella?
Well, that's Gladio. Easy. That's the big guy with
big
the
guy?
huge weapon. Yep.
Yep.
The grumpy guy?
Now, I think you have to be Prompto, Christian, because
Yeah,
he
I'm
takes
totally
the
Prompto.
pictures.
I'm
You know,
totally
little,
Prompto.
little bit of a goof.
Yeah. I'm the happy-go-lucky one.
Now the question is really can Cthulhu pull off the Noctis?
No.
The prince guy.
So-
character.
Now, Noctis actually, I could see Nick being Noctis.
Yeah.
He's kind of
Yeah.
a he's kind of a shitty edgelord. Yep.
Yep. Self-brooding, like, doesn't care about what anyone else wants. you
Definitely
know?
Noctis. Yeah,
So
definitely.
Cthulhu is the car. Cthulhu is actually
Gots
the
to be.
vehicle we ride in, because the car is basically a character in the game.
Oh yeah, it is. It's that reliable person who always there
Yeah.
to get them where they need to go.
Yep.
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 Yep, he's the main character basically of the.
You wish you would move a little faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're staring at it like, God, I love this car, but man, it leaves me just a little like, hey,
and
hustle it up, buddy.
It also fits because basically in Monster Hunter he always drives around on a cart.
Yep. That's it.
Sick bird. I'm sorry.
Not wrong.
I'm sorry. It was a joke.
How is he not dead?
Mainly because I think me and Christian are using like low rank cat weapons.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time now. No, but it seems like it's a really it's kind of how I'm going to phrase this.
Sleeping again. I'm going to blow him up.
Okay. I'm excited about how Final Fantasy is willing to really challenge our assumptions on what a role-playing game is. Mm-hmm. In terms of setting, I would say, like driving around with a convertible is not what I would consider a role-playing game. You know?
It's definitely interesting, and even the combat is not what you would normally expect of a mainline Final Fantasy game, in that it's very much action.
Uh-oh.
It's very fast-paced, And,
Uh-oh.
The main weakness of the game really is just that there's a lot of stuff going on, and Christian, hello.
No, Christian's left us.
Well, I'll say it for everyone else's sake.
Yeah.
Where did it go? Oh, it bounced all the
doorway.
way over there. Why does this thing have so much life? How is it not dead?
It's a high rank.
But I've been
There it
shooting
goes.
so
Now it's
much.
limping.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. I was saying that the
it's-
issue is there's a lot of stuff going on that's not explained. So, the Prince Noctis can do this crazy warp attack. He's summoning weapons out of midair. And you're just kind of thrown very much in medias res of that without much context. And you don't need to be handheld or anything like that. But sometimes in games, it's just kind of nice to know, why is that? What is going on? Like, if you watch the movie Kingsglaive, you get a pretty good sense of why the king can do it. Not exactly sure why Prince Noctis.
So there's
can do it.
movies around this as well?
So there were two supplemental media components that I can't emphasize enough how you really need to watch those before you play the game. One is Brotherhood, which is like a 5-part anime series, which I know some people are throwing up in their mouth already. That really kind of explains how all the characters got to know one another, right? Their relationships with one another, things like that. And then there's Kingsglaive, which is very much a whole... It could be a 2-hour in-game cinematic that they just could not fit onto the game disc.
Wow.
And that explains, kind of what happens in between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. And without that, you really don't know what happened or what's going on. You're given only the barest of details.
Where do you get those? Are those on a disc?
Brotherhood is it's a freely available amount of content. You can watch it on YouTube right now. It's not copywritten or anything like that. It's out there. It's promotional material.
Yeah.
And it's fairly well done. It's okay. I mean, it's for free especially. And then Kingsglaive was included in the deluxe version of the game and is otherwise just it's just a freaking movie. You just got to buy it or rent it or do whatever you can to get it.
That's so weird.
It was included with my copy of the movie, and it gets very bad critical reviews. Like, they really hate it. They're like, this seems like it's just a in-game cinematic. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. It is essentially an in-game cinematic. I would say if you were the sort of person that watched The Spirits Within, and that sort of stuff, or Advent Children, you'll love it. You'll love it irrespective of whether or not it's a Final Fantasy movie or not.
I actually enjoyed both movies.
So it's got really great combat. It's got pretty detailed stuff. The English voice acting is actually very well done. It's got the Jesse from Breaking Bad as the main character.
Oh wow!
So
here's the one thing I have to say about the voice acting, though.
Okay.
Donnie is the worst choice of voice ever for that NPC?
The fat guy?
The accessories guy at the beginning.
No, I don't know.
He's got the like super like Don Boss Italian voice on like
like Gino or Dino.
Yeah, Dino.
So there is a weakness in the game in that if you've played a number of the Yakuza games, have you ever played any Yakuza games, Christian, before?
Nope.
There are many quests in the game that kind of reek of generic Japanese side quest. In that, like, we're getting, like, the cheapest possible voice actor to kind of fill in these side quests. And, like, the animation and quality of them are just... It's so bad. And for a game that costs, like, you know, several... I think tens of millions to make, I think, because it's been in development for, like, 10 years. Really make you wonder, like, why would you do this? Case in point, first quest in the game. Hey, I need you to do something. I'm going to put this thing in your trunk, which you aren't going to see, I'm not going to talk about or even tell you what it is. You're going to drive it over here, and then they're going to take it and say, thank you for bringing me the thing. Like, there are so many different things you can have done. Like, hey, I've got this cool weapon. Can you take it and bring it over here in your car? Like, because you need to show off the car. And then they'll take it out of the car and say, wow, it's a cool weapon. I'm going to fix it up. And now it's your weapon. Nope. It's just a thing. You know, talk about telling and not showing. Or in some cases, the game's excellent.
And you could have... And it could have literally just been like, hey, because you're taking it to like a hotel. It's like, here, take this shipment of towels to the hotel.
It could have been freaking towels. And then they could have spent like 20 seconds watching like the four boys taking out towels out of the trunk of a car. And it would have been funny. You'd be like, wow, this game's weird. Instead, it's like, yeah, we had some stuff in that trunk. Thanks. And then the worst part, Christian, the worst part is the follow-up quest to that. Hey, thanks for giving us the thing that was in your trunk. I put something else in your trunk.
They actually call it the thing.
Take it back. They say the thing.
It's the thing.
Literally,
there's something in your trunk. Can you bring it over there?
It's just a MacGuffin that they never actually bothered
It's not contraband. It's not drugs. It's not fishing gear. It's not food. It's not towels. It's not weapons. It's who knows what it is. It could be anything. It could be a dead hooker in the trunk.
Well, it could be a boat. But maybe like after 60 hours, you know.
I hope so. I hope so.
Remember that thing?
Remember what you were doing? That was like human trafficking.
Yeah.
No, you don't know what it is.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk more in the next episode.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this because this was a very intense Final Fantasy 15 quest where we did some exploration of the new areas in Monster Hunter Generations. So we're going to move on into the next quest. Hopefully we're going to have some pickles now going on. So maybe that will happen. Wish you good luck and good hunt.
I mean, there could even been like Prompto could have been taking a selfie with him in the dead body in the trunk.
No,
that could have been a thing.
Why did you say that?
and that's the only indication of what was in the trunk. Is Prompto like doing a goofy smile and like this is like twisted up bound body like wrapped up in towels. All right, that's it. I'm ending the recording. That's it. Running low on money? Get yourself some golden eggs by using a Squatty Potty. Brought to you by Squatty Potty.